So this question looks like it's going to be a simplify question. Simplified questions are typically very short, somewhere between 1 and 3 lines long, and will contain either an equation or an expression. Here we have an absolute value equation. The question says, what is the sum of the solutions to the given equation? Okay, so let's do a little review. How do we solve an absolute value equation? We actually break that absolute value equation into two regular equations, one of which looks exactly like the absolute value equation does, just without the absolute value signs. The other also pretty much looks like the regular equation, except the sign of the answer is flipped. So instead of a positive 3, I now have a negative 3. The reason for this, and I like to make sure I make note of this so it doesn't feel just like memorization, absolute value means whatever's on the inside, whatever the value of, or whatever the quantity of the value on the inside of the absolute value will be positive. So if what's inside of here is equal to 3, the absolute value of 3 is 3. That's a true statement, and that's where this equation comes from. But if the value of what's in here is negative 3, the absolute value of negative 3 is also positive 3. And that's what we have here. That's what this equation represents. This is the reason why x minus 2 can equal positive 3, or it can equal negative 3. And in both cases, we'd get a positive 3 once we throw that absolute value around it. Okay, so let's solve this really quickly. I just add 2 to both sides. This gives me x equals 5. I add 2 to both sides here. This gives me x equals negative 1. The question wants the sum of the solutions, so it just wants 5 plus negative 1, basically, which is equal to 4. And therefore, your correct answer here is 4.